Episode 433, EU AI Act Compliance, 7 Steps to Get Your Organisation Ready.
The AI6 Podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
While the EU pushed back the high-risk rules in the AI Act, which were due to apply from the 2nd of August 2026 and have been moved to the 2nd of December 2027, the countdown has not stopped. So in today's episode, I walk you through the 7 practical steps every organisation should be taking to get ready for compliance. Hello, and you're very welcome back to AI6, the podcast that promises to demystify and make artificial intelligence understandable in just 6 minutes a day. Let's go back before we go forward. In November 2025, the European Commission proposed a simplification package called the Digital Omnibus. In May 2026, the Parliament and Council reached a political agreement to amend the AI Act. The rules for standalone high-risk AI systems, things like recruitment tools and systems used in education, healthcare and law enforcement, are now set to apply from the 2nd of December 2027 instead of the 2nd of August 2026. High-risk AI built into regulated products like medical devices or certain types of machinery has an extended transition period to the 2nd of August 2028. A lot of the Act compliance still pertains to the August 2026 deadline. However, the transparency rules start to apply from then for new systems. So if you use AI that interacts with the public, you will need to disclose it. Watermarking and content marking obligations for certain AI-generated content arrive in December 2026, including for systems already on the market. And the AI literacy obligation has been applicable since the 2nd of February 2025, requiring organisations to make sure people operating AI systems have appropriate skills and understanding. Here in Ireland, the government has designated 15 national competent authorities under the AI Act and is establishing a national AI office to coordinate them, from the Central Bank to the Data Protection Commissioner to Commission Naman, with implementation milestones running up to August 2026. So while the high-risk deadlines have moved, the wider compliance has not, and we all still have work to do. So let's get into the 7 steps to get ready for EU AI Act compliance. Step 1, create an AI inventory. You cannot govern what you do not know exists. Start by asking every department a simple question. What AI tools are you using? Marketing may be in ChatGPT, HR might be trialing AI for recruitment, finance may have AI features built into the accounting software, product teams might be using AI-powered analytics, and UX teams may have AI in their research tools. A lot of this is already happening without formal approval, and that's what we call shadow AI. Before you can even think about compliance, you need visibility. Step 2, classify your use cases. The AI Act is built around risk. Most everyday productivity tools will sit in the low or limited risk bracket. Think about writing assistants, summarization tools, internal assistants that are not making high-stake decisions. But some uses, particularly in recruitment, education, healthcare, law enforcement, and public administration, fall into the high-risk category with much stricter rules. These are systems that influence who gets a job, who accesses public services, or how public decisions are made. Those are the very obligations that just moved to 2027. But today, you need to know where your organisation sits on that spectrum, so classify your AI use cases. Step 3, establish governance. Every organisation needs clear ownership. Who signs off on AI decisions? Who is responsible for your AI policies? Who monitors your suppliers and keeps an eye on changing rules? Without that, AI adoption becomes fragmented, duplicative, and very hard to defend if something goes wrong. You do not want to be explaining to a regulator or to your board that nobody really owned the decision. Whether you call it an AI steering group, a working group, an AI governance board, or a digital risk committee, the point is the same: put names against responsibilities. Step 4, update your policies. Most organizations have a social media policy, a cybersecurity policy, and a GDPR or data protection policy. But not all, and I could guess very few, have an AI policy. Your AI policy should spell out which tools are approved, how staff should use them, how data is protected, when a human needs to be in the loop, and how AI-generated content is reviewed before it goes out. It should be clear on what is absolutely not allowed. For example, feeding confidential client information into unmanaged tools. If you have a good policy, it will actually empower your team. It won't slow them down because they know what's safe, what's allowed, and what's not. Step 5, train your people. This is probably the highest return you will get. Tools change every month, but skills last. And if you really understand artificial intelligence tools, then your team will not get bogged down in new updates or feel overburdened. They will just become accustomed to the changes. Your team needs to understand bias in AI, hallucinations, copyright confidentiality, security, and human accountability, not just how to write prompts. They need to know when they must escalate a decision and when they must override the AI decisions altogether. And AI literacy is now a legal requirement across the EU, in force since February 2025. Here in Ireland, the National AI Office is being set up as a central coordinating authority for the AI Act and will be a key driver for AI literacy and responsible adoption nationally. Step 6, review your suppliers. Your compliance does not stop at your own front door. So much AI now sits inside third-party software that you might be using it without even thinking of it as AI. That means you need to ask your vendors some straight questions. How does your AI work? What data does it process? Where is that data stored and how is it governed? What documentation can you give me? If a supplier cannot answer clearly or does not want to, then that is a governance issue for you too. You are still responsible for how that AI Act impacts your customers, your staff, and your stakeholders. And step 7, document everything. Accountability runs right through the AI Act. If a regulator ever asks how a decision was made, you will need evidence, not just assurances. That means keeping your training records, your AI policies, your risk assessments, your governance meeting notes, your supplier checks, and your decision logs. It means being able to show your work, how you classified each use case, when you judged a system to be high risk or not, and who signed off. Good documentation is how you show on paper that you are managing AI responsibly. The organizations that use these extra months to build properly, to get their inventory done, their people trained, and their governance in place will be ahead. So, the EU AI Act, Ireland's National AI Office are all here, and we have to prepare to be compliant, but also that compliance empowers us to lean into this technology that can transform our businesses and our organizations. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategies, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organization. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.